Hi, my name is Julie Evans, and today we're going to continue in the Montauk Library's Oral History series. Today my guest is Pat DeRosa, and many of you in Montauk will know him for his wonderful music. His daughter Patricia, who plays with him at the moment and has for a long time, and his granddaughter Nicole, who is taking the family forward in the music industry. So to begin with, I'd like to start asking Pat and Patricia and Nicole about what are your favorite musics? What makes you want to be in the music scene?
Want me to answer that?
Yeah.
Jazz. Jazz. I always liked jazz because it's so difficult to play jazz. You gotta really know your chords and stuff. It's very difficult. So I enjoy doing it.
Who have you played with?
Oh, who was it? Some of the orchestras that I played with?
Well, there's a lot of them, starting back in the Air Force days with Glenn Miller and Tommy Dorsey and Lionel Hampton and just really everyone that was going on at the time, Boyd Rayburn and Tommy Tucker. So all the big bands.
All the big bands I played with. Yeah.
Wow. Do you have a favorite piece that you like to play?
No, I like to play all the pieces. Yeah.
Because I know you like to play Misty. I've seen
Yeah,
you
I
play
like
that
to play
a lot.
Misty. Yeah,
I like
Misty is
that
one
one,
of
too.
my favorites.
Yeah, me too. Kind of goes with Montauk.
Montauk.
That misty feeling. And also, I've read that you've had like quite an illustrious career with like movie stars and
That's
movie bands and openings. Could you tell us?
I had a lot of people. A lot of people that were stars. I came across, and they all had known me from some of my work that I've done.
Really? Were they nice?
Very nice people. Very nice. Usually they are, pretty stuck up. And,
Right.
But no, with me they were very nice and never had any problems.
That's nice. And I saw one of the pictures up there shows a movie opening with Bob Hope's name on the marquee.
Yeah.
Was that a movie you played in?
Yeah, that was a movie that I was going to do with Bob Hope. Yeah.
Was he funny?
Oh, he was always funny. Very funny guy. Always funny. When is he serious now? You never really knew.
You never
But he was
know.
a good guy to work with.
Good guy to work with.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me more about what brought you to Montauk.
That's a very good question. I don't know what it's just the idea of being at the end of the island and being so famous. There were always things were going on out here. It's like, let me get in there and maybe I can get famous myself.
I don't know. You were pretty famous out here.
Yeah, I was pretty famous.
I remember going to see the orchestra play. Your orchestra. You had an orchestra.
Yeah, I
but,
did. Yeah.
I mean, who has an orchestra out here? And Patricia, you played in the orchestra
I
too?
did, yeah. That was at the Montauk Downs, and it was on a Wednesday night, and people would come in, maybe they paid $5 to dance, and it was like ballroom dancing and swing dancing, and the place was packed. They had a blast. And I was the vocalist for the most part, played a little bit of keyboards. And it was back in the 80s. I think that was when we first moved out here permanently, and as soon as Dad got into town, he called Jim Chapin, the famous drummer, and he says, what do you think about putting a band together? And Jim was all for it. So Jim knew the musicians, and Dad had the charts and the music stands and the microphones, and they said, let's go. And they put it together. And
I think you should revive it again. I would love to do
I
some
agree.
swing dance.
Yeah,
I agree.
And
And
get my hip going, you know.
yeah, I know. Well, now we'll change it.
You support us, we'll try it again.
We wanted to do that,
You want-
and
yeah?
Nicole was going to take over as the
Yeah.
vocalist because she's a vocal major, so I could go back on the keyboards now, and she would be the upfront singer.
And that's, believe it or not, I love that music, that era. You know, the stuff today, it's not all my style, but that stuff, that kind of music is magical. It never gets old.
I like to dance, so
Yeah.
that's great music to dance.
Absolutely.
The swing. We have to get a dance teacher too to teach
Yeah.
everybody. So now we have a new business.
And then when I got married in '92, and I got married up at the Montauk Downs, the band was already in rehearsed and ready to go, and everybody thought we just like threw this band together for the wedding, and it was like amazing, and we had like biggest wedding going in town that day. So he did the Jazz Loft the other day and played the clarinet
Where's that?
solo, Stony Brook.
Oh,
That was on Saturday, right?
Yes.
That was on Saturday, and there was a big band. He was the clarinet soloist on the In the Mood. 2 days later, and that was 2 days
that's
after the Randy thing at the Lighthouse. 2 days later, we're at a party, Memorial Day at Ray Red's house, which was on the water with all these other musicians, and he's playing Rolling Stones.
wow.
So he's just going from
You just do
one
it every
time
day.
to another.
Yeah.
How do you
yeah.
keep up with this?
Well, I like to practice.
I mean, but you know, that's demanding. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's very demanding.
I mean, your lungs and you
Oh,
use
yeah.
your whole body when you play. I played the clarinet
Oh, do you?
a long time ago, but I mean, it's really something you have
Oh, sure.
to.
You gotta continue playing all
You
the
can't
time.
right to keep that
No, I
physicality of
get
it.
my diaphragm going here. And
And don't forget, he's still looking for Billy Joel, too. You see that in all the articles now. I've played with everyone now. Where are you, Billy Joel? I want to scare the hell out of you. He
Well,
says.
don't be careful what you ask for. You end up in Madison Square Garden on top of a piano.
That's right. That's right.
I think he's still going in Madison.
He is,
But
yeah.
Billy Joel was always a great supporter of ours out here. So
Oh, really?
you know, it's possible he'll see this on LTV.
I gotta get the.
So Pat, tell us a little bit more how your musical career started. When was that?
Oh, I guess I was 8 or 10. I'm not sure how old I was, but I remember my grandmother. I guess she was took me down to the Bowery, and she said, "Well, you know what you want?" I said, "I sure do, I sure do." And so we went into different stores, and I tried different instruments, and I finally picked one out, and I took it home with me, and I took it to school, and I taken lessons and.
What kind of instrument was that?
If I remember correctly, it was an alto saxophone. I think it was a Buscher, I'm not sure, either Buscher or Kahn, or one of those name things. And I practiced in school. I was being taught in school, and so I was progressing quite rapidly.
Did you take lessons outside of school, or was it just?
I don't remember taking lessons outside of school. Maybe later, when I was older, around 12 or 13 or 14, something like that, maybe I was taking lessons outside of school.
Where'd you grow up?
When did I grow up?
Where did you grow
Oh,
up?
where did I grow up? Let's see, where was I when I grew
Well,
up?
you started in Brooklyn, but then you moved out to Huntington.
Oh, well, yeah, I started in Brooklyn around Carroll Street. It was really very nice. I enjoyed we enjoyed Brooklyn because there was a lot of action.
Yeah.
But then we moved out to Long Island. There was not so much action. Yeah. So, because then I got married and had,
Well, before that, though, you had a little more of a life because you were at Grumman. Remember when you were at Grumman?
Oh, yeah, I worked for Grumman for a while there.
What did you do there?
I was these aluminum things. I was always doing, making them shorter. So you got to make them shorter. I said, well, you got to teach me.
But then you got to play in their band, right?
Yeah, the Grumman band. Grumman
They had a band?
Grumman had a band. That's right. And I
That's
got
funny.
another band. They didn't know who the hell I was. They said, "Who's that guy?" But it was very interesting. Yeah.
And so, did you go into the service? Was it during the war? Or?
I got into the service, wasn't I? What?
Yeah, World War II.
World War II. Yeah, I was in World War II. Yeah.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah. Thank you.
His favorite story is when they wanted him to be a Morse code operator because his ears were so good
Oh, yeah.
musically
Yeah.
that he could hear all the dots and dashes. And they said, "Oh, we're going to put you on the plane and send you like far away." And he's like, "No, just put me in the band."
That's right. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, I could hear everything. I could hear everything that they, had put on the machine. The dots and dashes. I could get the information they wanted.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that you were a valuable asset, as
I
they
was a
say.
very, very valuable asset. They didn't want to lose me.
Yeah. So after Grumman, and did you go overseas at all, or did you ever?
I don't remember going overseas, but I remember I stayed in Long Island and played around there, with all the bands that were there. So,
I think he went to Greensboro, North Carolina, and then Texas, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, that's right. They shipped me out to Greensboro, North Carolina. I was down there for a while.
You could play the blues there.
And I met a
Probably.
beautiful girl. Then I had to leave.
Well, that's because of his uncle John, who says, "Don't worry about a thing. I'm going to take care of you." So he ended up in Texas. He was going to try to keep him in Yaphank or somewhere.
Yeah.
So much for him.
My uncle was a lieutenant or something big in the service.
Oh,
I
so
said,
he
I'll
kind
take
of
care
watched
of it
over
for
you.
you. Take care of it for you. Before I know it, I was shipped out, and where the heck did I went? I don't know where I went.
So then you got married?
Yes, I finally found a woman, and she married me.
Where'd you?
And did you want to tell the story of how Nana met?
Oh,
Nicole, tell you the story of how my mother actually captured his heart.
so he was playing. She was on a blind date with her girlfriend and her boyfriend or date, and he's playing the saxophone. So I play a little bit, and if you play any instrument like that, you have to make the embouchure. So she's sucking on the lemon, so he can't make the proper lips to play. So she's standing there in front of him sucking on this lemon, and he can't play. So he finally comes over and gets her number. But then he
That
took
was smart of her. Huh?
Yes.
and he took 3 weeks to call her.
Yeah.
But they finally got married and married over 50 years. So.
Yeah. She was a
That's a nice
smart
run.
lady. Registered nurse, took good care of him, valedictorian. So she was very smart with the lemon. She knew how to get him. And then he switched over to teaching. I think what'd you do? A little bit in Manhattan for a while, all the big shows, and then the big band era started to die out, and he went into public education.
And let's talk a little bit about how you grow up. What was your house like where you grew up in Brooklyn?
Oh, my house, well, we lived in Carroll Street in Brooklyn.
Right.
And I remember going to school down there, and I wasn't particularly happy with the environment because, I don't know, they weren't sending me things that I liked. I wanted music. And I was studying all kinds of stuff, geometry and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I got to like it, and I kept still performing on my horn and trying to find different places to play.
So you were tough then.
I was tough. I was.
Oh, you just want to play that
I
music?
just wanted to play the music. Sit in. The guy says, "Hey, you're too young to sit in here with us older guys."
Really?
Yeah. But I kept going, and I really progressed. Really progressed, yeah.
So, in your house, did you grow up in a brownstone on Carroll Street?
Yeah.
One of the old.
285 Carroll Street, yeah.
What year were you born?
That's a good question. I don't even remember when I was born.
Yes, you do. When's your birthday?
December 6, 1932?
No.
What?
1921.
1921, yeah, that's right.
1921. He says that all the time. I don't know how he didn't remember that one.
And then we finally moved out to Long Island. I can't remember what year that was, but
That was a nice house, too.
that was a nice house. It was like a 3-family house.
Well, not when you got to Huntington. That was just a really big house, and Grandma actually made a studio for the children in the basement. He had 3 siblings, so a brother and 2 sisters. And they, the boys actually taught out of the basement
Taught
lessons.
music.
Mm-hmm.
So
Music
it's all
lessons.
family. It's
Right.
always been a family.
It's always been a family affair.
Always. And what did your brothers play?
Well, he had one brother.
What did he play?
He was mostly drums.
Drums, yeah, that's right.
And then his sisters.
Just sang.
My sisters.
Yeah. Dolores played a little accordion, Lady of Spain, right? The first song everyone learns. She'll kill me for saying that. Don't watch this, Aunt Dolores.
And she hired a music teacher. What did he play? He taught both the boys, but he didn't play either instrument.
Right. Grandma hired a music teacher for her 2 sons, but you
He didn't
couldn't
play
get
drums or sax?
no, you couldn't get somebody who played the right instrument. So they took what they could get. They weren't very wealthy, you know. They were a poor family.
Yeah.
Because Grandpa drove a truck, and I don't even know if you saw him very much.
Not too much. He would
was
come
on the road.
out early in the morning and come home late at night.
He drove a truck.
Yeah, that's the way it was.
And guess what? The boys were sleeping late in the morning because they were out gigging at night. So Grandpa would come home and yell at them, right? And say, "What are you bums
Yeah.
still doing sleeping?"
You bums, what are you doing? Get up! Get up!
When did you move out here finally?
Oh, I don't know what year
Well,
was
you
it?
said you came out here with the
The
army
Army.
guys
Oh, yeah,
first,
come out here with the
some of
Army.
his friends.
Yeah, that's
in the
right.
40s.
In the 40s.
And but I know that when we got here in the 60s, their house, you couldn't even find it. It was all dirt roads up in Hither Woods. And I
Nice.
could not find the house. Couldn't find anything. It was all dirt, no street signs.
I bet it was fun though.
Yeah, it was fun. Well, we started out really in the trailer park, which is now
Oh, yeah,
Montauk
the
Shores
trailer park,
condominiums. 1972, we moved out of the trailer park, and
Aw.
they built a house, and that wasn't as much fun.
So in the trailer park, I mean, you had access right to the beach there. So,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
there must have been some parties going on the beach.
Oh, yeah, they had a lot of parties going on.
They were having their own parties in the park.
That's what I'm saying.
The adults were in the park, and the kids were at the bonfires. So,
Yeah, no, it's Montauk. I'm sorry, I didn't get to see Montauk, but you'll have to tell us, you know, more about Montauk during those pivotal years when everybody was changing really in the 60s. The whole world changed.
Yeah.
yes.
The whole world changed.
They still had the army tents and all the hippies back then, and
The hippies?
the hippies were running around. Yeah, they had this
In
big
Montauk?
tent in the trailer park.
Oh.
This giant army tent, and you know, that's all the guys with the long hair and the surfboards, and that's all they did all day long. Just went to the beach and surfed and
Hung out.
hung out. Everybody was hanging out, and the girls waited on the beach for the guys to come in, and we all cooked spaghetti dinners. That's a great time.
Yeah, no, it's great when you're that young and have that energy.
That's it.
And your dad could keep an eye on you because he wasn't that far away.
He could, but I don't think he did. He was just busy playing the horn, having their own fun over there.
Yeah.
It was fun.
So, as we wrap up, is there anything you would like to tell us about what you're doing, where you're going, what?
We have a show coming up in East Hampton
Right.
at the library, June 15th.
Nice.
What's the name of the show?
You're the name of the star. You're the star.
Pat DeRosa, as usual, and
Yes.
family. We're
Yeah.
the family. But yeah, that should be a nice show.
Yeah.
6 to 8 at the East Hampton Library.
Is that what you're, is that like going to be like a feature for you guys all summer in different places that people can just look
Well,
around?
we like to do things like that.
Yeah.
We like to do things as a family. And we like libraries because we've played many times here at this library, and we always enjoy it. And we like that kind of venue. And other than that, things pop up constantly. I just got a phone call on the way here. Can you do this? Can you do that? And usually we say yes, and that's why you'll see us always posting. Oh, we're here, we're there, we're there.
So you have a
Distance isn't
Facebook
big.
page?
Yeah, we have an Instagram.
Yeah, DeRosa Music 1921.
Nicole runs the Instagram page.
1921.
For him, yeah.
His birthday.
Yeah.
I was born in 1921.
Yeah, that's it.
And so you can see all our posts from that, and a lot of nice stuff on there that Nicole has put together.
So we'll look for that, and we'll look for your continued success in the music industry.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
and all you've given to us in Montauk.
Thank you. Yeah, I look forward to it.
Thank you.
Now, Pat DeRosa and Patricia and Nicole are going to play something for us.
Fly me to the moon and let me race among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter or Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, in other words, in other words, I love you.